Hello and welcome to your daily therapy session. Just kidding. Just before I start here, no. If you can tell by my polite language, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I'm none of those people, thank God. Anyway, let me explain to you once and for all why therapy is a never-ending rabbit hole that will not go in a very good direction ultimately. Therapy is basically, the main premise of therapy is healing, right? Creating a new narrative, healing traumas. That's really the main premise. But healing doesn't fix the fucking future. So even if you have a certain situation where you've been going to therapy for a while and you've been trying to fix the inner turmoil, the trauma, even if you do feel a little bit better about what happened in the past, even if it does not create so much trauma and angst about what happened last month or last year, how is that going to upgrade your skill set and fix and prevent you from doing the same fucking bullshit in the future? It's not. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All of a sudden you feel kind of a little bit better about what happened last month, last year in your childhood, and then you repeat the same situation in the future. And there you are back in the therapist chair, talking about what happened fucking again and again and again. Listen, therapy solves fucking nothing. It's a patch. It's a Band-Aid. I mean, again, it doesn't fix the future. So what really is the path to where you really want to go? I mean, again, I like common sense stuff here. If you were in a job and you were being treated terribly by your boss, and by the way, you all know this here, abuse is just as prevalent in the workplace. Abuse, neglect, in many different ways here. So if you have a certain situation with the boss and you're being abused by the boss, you're being verbally abused and you're being taken for granted, you're not being appreciated, you're not being given the right opportunities, right? If that was the case here, and your bank account was empty, you're probably going to continue to endure abuse from your boss because you don't know where else to go because you're afraid. That's really what's going to happen. Now, if you want to get out of that fucking situation, well, what's the best way to get out of there? I mean, there's a few options, obviously. Get a new fucking job, that's one. Upgrade your skill set, go back to school. There are different ways to strengthen yourself so you feel better about the future. But that's the obvious path. But, I mean, if you did have that situation with the boss, are you going to therapy? Are you going to deep dive counseling? Are you doing inner child work about why you're still accepting these kind of behaviors? No. You're accepting because you don't have any money in the fucking bank account. Duh. So it's like, obviously, you're going to keep having problems and challenges. Now, yeah, let's go to another example here. If you were a kid and you were bullied, right? Let's just say you were physically bullied. Let's just say like the older, bigger kids, took advantage of you. By the way, on that note, let me add this here. I've had my own challenges. I mean, I know what it's like to go to therapy. I'm talking from firsthand fucking experience about how it just really solves fucking nothing. So, if you had a situation where maybe you were bullied as a kid, for example, okay, great. If you go to therapy and you find a way to create a new narrative and feel better about what happened in the past, where you were kind of, if you want to call it, healed from the traumas of the past, well, what's going to happen in the future if you're in a certain situation with somebody where you don't feel physically able to defend yourself? You're gonna have the same fucking experience. Nothing changes. It's a Band-Aid. So what really is the path to where you want to go ultimately? Do you want to keep fucking putting Band-Aids on cuts over and over again and just keep healing and healing and healing, go back to the therapist chair every time you keep making the same fucking mistakes? No. You would want to upgrade your skill set. You want to upgrade your sense of power. Now remember, there are 4 types of power. I've talked about this in one of my other videos. Are you subscribed to me, by the way? Because you really should be. I got so much great stuff for you here. And most of my videos are not long. I get right to it here. But there are 4 kinds of power: physical, intellectual, spiritual, and emotional. So I'm going to keep this nice and simple here. If you didn't feel very confident physically and you kept getting beat up and bullied, well, what the fuck would you do? Would you keep going back to therapy? Keep talking about it, keep healing about how you got beat up again or whatever? Of course not. You'd say, you know what, it's time to take some fucking martial arts. I mean, maybe I'm not going to become Bruce fucking Lee, but I can become more physically adept and capable of defending myself so this doesn't keep happening over and over again, which would keep you from going back in the therapist's chair. What would you do? Obviously, you'd learn how to defend yourself. Again, I'm just talking to you in a common sense way so you understand therapy is inherently flawed. Now, even worse, if you're going to therapy, couples, counseling, something like that with your partner, well, what makes that even worse is not only does that not solve anything, but it makes the relationship almost like some kind of like business where you're negotiating, you're complaining. I mean, it becomes the most not fun thing in the fucking world. And here's the thing, even if you and your partner do come to agreements about how you're going to handle things in the future, this has become the most unfun fucking relationship in the world. They're gonna check out. Nobody wants to be part of like some kind of business arrangement where you're constantly checking each other for who's violating what. I mean, that's not fun at all. And ultimately, decision being a relationship is emotional. And if it gets to that, people are gonna fucking leave. Therapy is an endless rabbit hole to fucking nowhere, okay? So don't go. Anyway, yeah, if you have somebody in your life that's going to therapy for, I don't know, decades, maybe send them this video. Maybe help them understand why their way has never worked and quite frankly, never will. If you've been going to therapy for decades, maybe hit the subscribe button. I mean, this is an option here. But bottom line is there is absolutely a much better way. If you didn't feel very confident physically, you would strengthen in advance so you can handle things better in the future. You should handle the most important muscle, your emotional muscles, the same way. I'm just talking to you in a common sense way here. Yeah, anyway, have a beautiful day. Make sure to take care of your one job, which is take care of you, and we'll speak soon. Ciao.